Hello, welcome back to the garden. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to grow an acorn from seed. Now, we all know how to grow an acorn from seed. It's pretty easy, isn't it? You get a bit of soil, you put the acorn in, and then it magically grows. However, did you know at this time of year, all of those acorns that fell earlier in the autumn have now started sprouting and are ready to grow. So I was meant to be doing some other gardening work out here today, but instead I was having a wander around. Underneath an oak tree, I noticed that all of these amazing acorns had started sprouting. So let's go down to the greenhouse and get them podded on. That was good timing. Just as I've come in, it started raining again and we have another storm on the way. You've got to love British weather. But anyway, back to the oaks. In the world, there are around about 600 species of oak trees. But in the UK, we only have two native ones. You've got the Old English oak and then you've got the Cecil oak. So not sure what variety this is, but it's from an oak tree on my border that is probably got to be a couple of 100 years old. Now, oak trees are renowned for living up to around about 1,000 years. So they are such an amazing tree to grow. We all, from a very early age, can identify like the oak leaf because it's just so different to all of the others. And it's just such a fun thing to be able to grow in your garden. Now, I was doing a little bit of investigating and looking up about oak trees earlier today, and in the UK there are around about 250 species of animals that do need an oak tree to live, whether it's to live within the tree or be fed from it. So it's really interesting and such a great thing to have in your garden. Obviously, oak trees get absolutely massive, so if you live in a suburban garden, an oak tree isn't going to work for you, but it's still something that's so fun to grow, and it's also something that you can grow and find a woodland or give it away to somebody that has enough land in the future. So I'm going to be just potting these oak seedlings up in some peat-free compost today, but that's just because it's something easy that I've got in stock already. But you could actually just find these and move them somewhere else and plant them just in the soil, or you could just find some garden soil or dirt and also dig that up and put that into a pot also. This is just easier because it's something I've already got. Now the pot's about halfway full, I'm just going to place the acorn on top of the soil with the root kind of pointing as downward as possible. So now I've put all of the seeds in, I'm just going to simply put some compost over the top of each of the seeds. I'm really pleased that I've managed to plant up 2 trays of sprouted seeds. So altogether I have 24 plants there. The compost is pretty dry though, so what I'm going to do now, because it's raining outside, I will leave them outside in the rain so you get a really good soaking through, and then I'll bring them back in here. If you don't have a greenhouse, do not worry, you can bring them in on a windowsill, or you can just leave them outside in the normal environment and they'll grow. Just in case you're concerned that I've taken away a food source from my local habitat, you don't need to worry at all. Once the seed has sprouted, it's not very tasty at all, and most of the animals that feed on the acorns generally do it before they sprouted. So once they've sprouted, things like your mice, your rodents and other things like that won't be interested in eating them. However, things like pigs or deer probably would. My garden is actually meant to be fenced off, and one of the reasons that I was up there today having a look around is my local farmer keeps letting his pigs get into my garden. So they have been gorging themselves on lots of these, but hopefully the hole in the fence has been repaired and they're not going to be coming in anymore. But also, a tree, once it's started growing like this, it's very unlikely that it will actually thrive in the area that the seed has fallen. It's underneath the canopy of the mother tree, which means it really won't thrive very well. And an oak tree relies on jays and squirrels to take away the seeds and hide them in lots of different places, hoping that the squirrel will forget where it's kept all of those ones, and then the oak tree will sprout and grow from there. So keeping them and taking them from underneath the tree is actually helping them really. But also there are still about 3,000 seeds sprouting underneath the tree there too. But don't worry if you don't have an acorn tree in your garden or anywhere like that. Have a look around your local environment when you're on walks and stuff like that, and if there's an oak tree you will find lots of these on the ground. So it's worth taking a couple, something you can do with the kids, or if you're an adult, a big kid, and you want to do it as well, pop along and go and see what you can find. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching today's video, and if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of all of my latest videos. As ever, YouTube have some videos up now on the screen that I think you'll like, so please go ahead and watch those, and I'll catch up with you in the next episode. Bye!